cues and just like getting a tambourine.
Door, yeah.
I got my haircut once from a guy who had like a sound machine on his body as he did the haircut. So like as he cut your hair, it'd be like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, it was great.
Was it
great?
Was it great the whole time, or was it?
It was an art piece, and when you were the person getting your haircut, he put tape over your eyes, so it was a full immersion.
What?
Like, so you're there, and he puts a piece of tape over your eyes, and then he starts doing the hair, so all you can hear is the noise around you, and everybody else is watching the, like, performance of it, but you're...
Start getting worried when you hear a certain tone over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of dings, not a lot of whoosh. Can we get some more whooshes in here, buddy?
I've asked for a number of whooshes.
Yeah.
A lot of sound on this side. Yeah. Nothing over here. What's happening?
So, as you were watching it, do you get accustomed to the sound so you know what a whoosh is?
No. Only Patrick would know what a whoosh is.
It was really, he didn't have anything hooked up. There was some kid in the back that just kept playing different sounds as he moved. They couldn't figure out the tech. But it was still good.
An old guy just comes out and literally just cuts your hair like a normal person. He's just sitting there like, beep, beep, bop, boop, boop, bop.
And it's all like a big joke that, like, nobody tells you.
And you're sitting there, like, with your eyes closed, like, yay! Fun!
Yeah, and it's just like an angry old man who's just, like, shaving your head.
You just got a yak back beside your ear, like,
Bop it.
just playing Simon beside your head, not even like,
Oh, God. Oh, man. Gilmore's Girls reference there? Okay. It's
Never watched it, actually.
No,
it's
That's another super great show that's coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I can't believe that. That's crazy.
I know.
It's okay.
aren't they both like 40 now?
No.
Alexis
They've
Bledel
aged
looks
very
13.
well.
The one ladies.
And also
Americans, right?
the one who played the mom, she's been in stuff continuously, so she's still.
So it was about a
They're
mom
keeping
and a
her
daughter,
well-groomed.
like a single mom and her daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I think they were sisters?
They're
They
only like
look
16
exactly
years
alike,
apart.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they have the same name.
Only like 6 years apart,
They're
like in real life.
16 years
Oh,
apart.
oh.
In real life, I don't think they were too far.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
maybe like 10, maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes
relationship is a little
when I
more
make friends
sisterly,
with
though,
people,
wasn't
I think I could have had you as a child. That's when I meet people sometimes these days.
Could have
I'll be
had
like,
you.
I don't wanna do that
you would
math,
have been
yeah.
my kid. You are my kid age. Like adult people. Yeah. Yeah, it was like, not even bad choice, 2 young babies. Like, regular adults.
Like, if you'd only hooked up
over
with that
in
lady
your-
at Blockbuster, you would have that kid by now.
Shit, yeah, no, it's like...
I don't know. I mean,
Double
maybe it
your
would have
age.
worked out for you, but maybe it wouldn't have.
Double
That's
your
all
age
I'm
is always a
saying.
scary thing to even if you have no religious values, double your age is still kind of a daunting thing. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I
like-
mean, it wasn't, the religious thing was just like sex outside of marriage.
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
huge, yeah.
that was just like, that was
Not
the
the
one
age
thing
thing.
you kind of hold on to, but you were just like,
Oh, yeah.
even if I...
Yeah, I got,
Thankfully, nobody pushed that too hard on me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it for years. I didn't have sex till I was 25, but I was still like, it was still my own thing. Like, my parents weren't like, don't do this. They were just like, hey, man, whatever happens, man.
Yeah.
My sister used to have sex in the house, like, with my parents' home. And I'd be like, I can't believe this is happening right
Like,
now.
I'm
Who's
sorry, I
playing
wasn't
the
gonna...
bass drum at the... Oh, it's
I wasn't gonna let my mom or my parents get in the way. What are you talking about? Sometimes
Before
it's gonna
we
happen.
started recording, we were talking about virtual reality.
Oh, yeah.
I thought perhaps we could discuss it since we've discussed Pokemon Go and Buffy and all the things.
Virtual reality. It's augmented reality Pokemon Go.
Have you done the HTC Vive yet? Or Oculus? So, like, the Microsoft store here in town has a display set up.
Really? There's
So-
a Microsoft store in town. I did not know
it's
that.
in the domain.
Okay.
So,
Of course it's in the fucking domain.
Go
Yeah.
visit Nathan and then...
So I just, like, stopped in there on happenstance and tried it out and blew my fucking mind.
Did it? Okay.
Like-
see, I was kind of hoping you were going to be like, nah.
No, it's... So so as a kid, I was into, like, the idea of VR and everything, and I was telling her that, like, the Super Nintendo had...
The VR boy.
No, that's the Virtual Boy, yeah.
Virtual Boy, yeah.
I have one of those still, which I got from Blockbuster. Oh, what do you
I used to rent it. Like my family was poor, we rented it.
When
So,
they
What is
stopped it-
Virtual Boy?
It's a
it's this big headset that you gotta like,
right, and it's everything's red. It's like a Game Boy with a red display. I don't know why. I don't know if it used lasers and a mirror of some sort, but yeah, it was basically you play like 3D Tetris and like a game where a ball came at you. So it was just like depth to it, depth.
Yeah, so it would sit like here, and there was like the eyes, and you'd
Right.
have to like keep your face connected to it on
Right.
a table, and then like play Mario Tennis or whatever.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Loved it.
It was so
Yeah.
good. Blinded me.
The lasers.
Blinded me
It's the
terribly.
lasers.
Oh, I know it was
Yeah.
bad for everybody's eyes. That's why it kind of like went down immediately. That's why you guys have never heard of it, because it just like blinded a bunch of kids, and then they were like, "All right, sorry, here's a Game Boy
Oops.
Pocket."
Pokemon Go.
Run with that.
Well,
Yeah.
well, it's only been out for a short period of time. We'll see how many people it kills.
It's gonna happen.
Well, a girl found a dead body
Right.
in Wyoming.
Under a bridge, I think.
Yeah, in a river. Swear to God, she found a body
Under a
floating in
bridge.
a river.
That is
in a river.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think she caught the Pokemon first and then called the cops?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
They're like,
she did.
hey,
Dude.
why's the body moved? Well, there was a Pikachu under him, and it's super
Just had to
rare.
kick it.
So I just moved.
I got a stick, and I just sort of
I
rolled
mean, I
it.
took a photo of him before,
Here, yeah.
so you knew like the position of his body. But I mean, like, let's be honest, he's been moved by the river.
No, literally, there's just a Pikachu on top of his corpse. She takes a picture, like, "Hey," sends that to the cops.
I was
No, I got the Pikachu. Don't you guys worry. Don't you worry. I caught it.
I was imagining the Pikachu making like a really cute like a pose, and then I remembered that a person did die.
Yeah.
So kind of sad.
Yeah, but not
Hopefully
because of
the
the
Pokemon-
Pokemon Go.
yeah,
Like,
hopefully
you don't
they didn't-
change the
yeah.
fact.
This helped them get closer to solving a crime. I
It's a
guess is
positive
really the
thing, not a
way.
negative
Yeah, yeah.
But somebody still died.
Yeah, but that Pokemon didn't cause that.
Dude,
so-
No, I'm not,
died.
I'm, not saying, I'm not saying the Pokemon caused it
yeah,
at all.
people die. It happens.
No, I know that. But I mean,
What?
I'm talking about making fun of like the dead person's body and like placing
yeah.
it in the Pokemon.
Dude,
that is like,
yeah.
oh, somebody died.
They
Not
were in
fine.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
They were in Wyoming.
Wait, I didn't-
If she hadn't had Pokemon Go, she never like.
The
How
body.
many people are in Wyoming?
The body
right?
didn't
Like,
get to
there's-
play.
I know, but like, if I were gonna kill
The
somebody and
body
get rid of the
never
body,
got
I'd
to
take it
play.
to Wyoming. That's what I would do. I would take it to
That's
a
what
place
she's
where
worried
nobody
about.
is. That man never got to play Pokemon.
How dare we as a society?
Oh, see, it would have been terrible if he fell off like a cliff playing Pokemon Go.
yeah.
Like if in his dead hand there was still like a cell phone running Pokemon Go when she found it. That would have been bad.
Only if he like had more points than she did, and then she like somehow
She
figured
was
out a
just
way
like-
to like.
Take the account.
Yeah,
Just like
You
puts his
flick
fingers
it?
up.
Oh.
I don't know, just gonna.
yeah. It was like, is
I
that how
thought
you
that was
play
an action
Pokemon
of the
Go?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have anything.
Like your phone, it's glass. You
No.
shouldn't do that.
No, it's like him peeling the dead fingers off. So
Oh
like,
boy.
ah, his hand's in a grip. What's that about? I don't know. He didn't have a cell phone when I got here. I don't know. He definitely didn't have a Charizard.
Put something else in the
Yeah,
hand to replace it.
I swear,
A rock.
he was
Yeah,
he was holding a
the gun
gun,
you had.
officer.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But then a squirrel ran by and took the gun. And
You know those squirrels,
In
the squirrel
Wyoming,
mob.
under
No,
the
not a
bridge,
Squirtle.
river.
Not a Squirtle. I caught the Squirtle. The squirrel got away. The stupid regular animal.
So I had a question for you.
Yes.
Because you build stuff and you
Mhm.
figure out ways to do that.
Mhm.
So I was going to ask you, do you see solutions to every problem? Do you see every problem? Yes. Just ignore me now.
We would?
Do you think that every problem can be solved?
Oof.
Or do you immediately look at a problem and like just
Yeah.
your brain goes into solving it?
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's 100% it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that has gotten me into trouble in relationships.
Yep.
No, yeah, 100%. Like, if I see somebody struggling with something, I immediately want to try to help them, and it's not always a good thing, but it's just, which is one of the reasons that I like, so I kind of program by day, and it was one of the things that I enjoyed about like independent filmmaking was a lot of it you show up somewhere and then you have to just kind of figure out how to make it work on the lower budget stuff, and I really enjoy that, is trying to just figure out, as I'm wearing a hacking shirt, how to make things work with like what you have, and so yeah.
Is that something, Delia, that you like? Is that something your brain doesn't do?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that there's an overall, like, I'm just trying to find a solution to things. I don't think my brain is predominated by that. I was listening to a podcast earlier this week, and I think that was the main question of the overall podcast. And then I remembered that we were going to be meeting with you again this week, and then the fact that you build things, and I just got really curious as to how your brain looked at those problems. So
I was gonna say, because I like doing that. Like, I always I love seeing something and then see like if there's an issue, and then because normally I can immediately come up with a shitty way to fix something, and then I'll sit there and for a while think of like the more solid, rounded off way to like fix it, so it doesn't.
Way,
yeah. That being said, like, do you like untying knots? Because that's a thing. That's a thing that I'm obsessed with, and I feel like it all stems from that. Like, I see a really fucked up knot, I'm just like, get out of the way, fuck off, just I got this. Like,
it's a trait of vampires, actually.
It is.
So
it is.
to
You leave knots outside.
to undo knots.
Yeah, you leave knots
Depending on the
outside of
lore.
your door, and
Right.
like at night, and a vampire that would have come in or tried to kill you would be preoccupied with the knots until the sun comes up.
There's another thing about counting.
like a cat.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
you
that
leave like a certain
vampires
amount
just
of
have
dice
OCD.
or something. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. This. Oh
Yeah,
God, look at
Amy's
that.
looking at me like she's never heard these.
I've never heard the knot thing at
Oh,
all.
really? Yeah, there's I think they used to bury people with knots and stuff too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that if they were to come back, they'd
I
have
remember
to do that
thinking
first.
like that was a
I
thing.
wonder.
Like I remember being obsessed with knots and like acknowledging that, but I was also into vampires and werewolves when I was a kid, and I was like, man, I got some really big canines. Shit's not. I don't like outside. I don't know. Like all this, I was like, oh, fuck, am I a vampire? Like not in a
Maybe
fun
not
way.
yet, but
Yeah, no.
someday.
I mean, like, and I would have been so mad about it the whole time. I wouldn't have been one of those like weirdos like that reads a lot of Anne Rice novels and just like.
I would
you know.
be super upset if I got turned into a vampire. Now.
Really? Now?
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, I'm 34.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm,
So what?
I'm overweight and I'm balding. Like,
You'd be stuck as
oh,
that age.
no, it
No, you-
depends on the lore. You stay that age.
You stay the age.
can't
You
change.
stay the
You
age.
say the age, you don't stay like your body
Shape.
type.
No,
Right,
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
No, that's they like depending on the lore. Like if you cut your hair, it grows. It just instantly grows back. Oh, that would be the worst.
Yeah, like Kirsten Dunst in
Like, imagine-
Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Well, yeah, she was
I
like
think-
7 forever,
Yeah.
which is
That would be
hilarious
terrible.
and creepy.
yeah, that would suck. Oh, that would be the worst.
But you'd still
I
be
would not wanna
like
be
perfect
7
health
forever.
and stuff. You'd still be like bulletproof and immortal. You just look like that. That's
well,
it.
yeah,
Like
I'd also be a
still
vampire
fly
with
and
extreme
run.
anxiety.
Well, then to a certain extent, has everyone seen Deadpool?
yeah.
All right, spoiler alert, Austrian listeners. The deal being that in every time I watch that movie, I think like, what's the big deal? Like, so you're a little pockmarked. Go talk to the girl who fucking loves you.
Yeah.
Like, what is this problem? And I appreciate that. I guess there's a thing where like people are very concerned because I guess I'm concerned about what I look like.
Yeah.
But for another person, from people outside of myself, I'm always like, what are you talking about? You're great. And even in that case where I was like, she loves you. She doesn't care what your face looks like. Get in there, right?
Well,
none
in
of
the
my
movie-
experiences in life have felt that way.
In the movie, it's an easy thing to look at. I think like in the comic books, like he looks terrible. Like the thing with Deadpool, and I'm just wasting my point. Like none of this matters. I'm sorry. I almost started to explain why Deadpool does what he does. Like I'm so stupid.
I mean, like again, he's a bad dude. He doesn't need to like. I mean, he just likes doing some of that stuff. He doesn't
Yeah.
have to. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, it's like angst in any movie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like whenever I watch movies, I will sit there and you know be yelling at the screen, going like, "Come on, just go talk to her." You know. But I guess that's the whole point.
Well, it's silly what he's scared of in the movie because it's all really superficial kind of relationship shit. And,
Yeah.
And then he goes and like lets his body parts get cut off and fights in a fire and lets shit fall on top of him, knowing that he can heal, but he's terrified of like his girlfriend not letting him go try and do this weird experiment to cure the cancer and stuff. Like he's terrified of being honest with her because she'll leave him, but then he'll go fucking just take a bunch of bullets to the face or whatever, you know? Like that's kind of I love that movie, you guys. I watched it on drugs the first time I went and saw it, and I made like an emotional connection to it. It's on my phone. I watch it all the time.
I've watched it 3 or 4 times, honestly.
I've seen it the once.
Yeah, just once.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I've
been waiting for
surprised.
It's the only thing Rob Liefeld did